Do you remember being born? I want to say that.
No, I died. So I don't remember.
All right. I think we've mentioned this before, maybe, but there were complications with Grayson at birth, and I slipped right out. I came out natural.
Yeah.
And then Grayson was on his way out natural, and then he got stuck. The umbilical cord wrapped around his neck.
Wrapped around my leg, I remember feeling it.
No, it was around his neck, and he was not intaking any oxygen, and then your heart stopped,
And
like
flatlined.
flatlined.
They pulled me out, and I was like purple. Like, I was like in rigor mortis almost. Not, I don't think. Maybe rigor mortis happens a little after that, but like I was purple, like no oxygen.
You were suffocating.
I was
Like,
cold, and I was dead. They
Yeah.
hooked me up, no heart rate, nothing.
Yeah.
Flat line.
For how long? Or they checked his breathing. He wasn't breathing for 40
Some in
40,
the 40s.
Yeah, like
Mid-40s.
mid-40s. They say 47 seconds. I don't know how they could be so accurate, but I don't know. Maybe that's something that you do remember.
Because maybe that's how long the heart rate thing was out. Whatever
Mhm.
it was. But I just came back naturally. They didn't zap me, nothing.
Yeah.
I just came back.
Well, I was saying he was halfway out natural, and then they had a emergency C-section. My mom, like not in the right spot. Like they had to cut. I think they cut horizontally. They had to cut vertically, and just opened up my mom. I mean, her life was at risk at this point.
Yeah.
And Grayson apparently wasn't even alive, and then they pulled him out, and he came back to life. And then you were stuck in the hospital, and I got to go home.
And so I don't remember that.
We were separated.
I think through stories I've heard of like those times I can like kind of paint pictures in my head, but I don't remember them. You know what I mean? But a young memory of mine was and there's a picture of me and like of that day when we got the Rangers hats and jerseys and the hockey sticks. I remember playing hockey with you and Cameron in the backyard, and
How old were we?
there's a picture of us, and I think we were 2, and I couldn't talk, and it's so weird that I remember that day so vividly.
That's insane.
Like I remember like my dad giving us the sticks. I remember what color puck we used. It was like a little orange one. I remember everything about it. It was a little like orange ball. But it's weird. I was 2.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I could tell the story. I remember where we were.
That was your first time seeing a hockey stick and a ball.
We were in the backyard on
You
the
remember.
brick in the back. And like the little wood in the corner came up. And the net was tucked right there in the corner.
I have no clue where you're
Yeah, and I was 2 years old in the picture of that day.
Okay, so what happened that day? What was your memory?
Well, I just described the scene kind of like I remember exactly. And then I found the picture after.
Oh, no, I was talking about your birth. Do you remember anything about your birth?
No, I don't remember my birth.
I remember you telling me something, though, one time about, like, you thought, like, you remembered, like, dying.
Yeah.
Kinda.
That was like, those were like later dreams I had in my life.
Okay.
So like when I was old enough for my mom to tell me the story of like what happened to me at birth,
So how old, like 5?
5, 6 maybe,
Uh-huh.
I like started to like ponder like that whole thing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started having dreams about, I think, what I saw like during that time.
And
Like I
which
would think
was-
about like what she told me, and then the fact that I had gone through that, and then I guess I thought about it so much that like I visualized what it was like in my dreams, but it felt so like real, and like I feel like I recall having a dream where I was like, I had like a falling sensation, and I was looking up and I was falling away from this bright light that was like a golden yellow and like another color of yellow that doesn't exist on this earth, like a color I've never seen before. And like I remember falling from that color and that like light. And like so vividly, it's in my head so vividly, but I can't describe it.
Like right now, it's in your head vividly.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Because
crazy.
it's nothing that I've ever seen on Earth. Like it's a color that it's not a color in that flame at all. Like I'm literally comparing the color in my head to the color in that flame. And if you give me a sheet of yellows and goldens and oranges, it's not on the sheet. Like the color doesn't physically exist here. At least with the eyes I have. And I looked it up as I got older, and there was other people that had died and said that they saw that exact color.
And had the falling sensation?
I don't know about the falling sensation, but I said they say that they see like it's a weird golden yellow color.
They gave me the chills. That's crazy. Because, yeah, you think about why so many people say the light. I've seen the light, or I see the light.
And why is it light? Because you usually
Like, it sounds cliche, but
when you're going to sleep at night and you close your eyes,
it's dark.
it's dark. But when you die and you close your eyes, it's light. It's crazy, and it's such a common thing that people say, "I see the light."
Yeah.
And I did see the light,
That's insane.
which is crazy, and I could see it in my head, and it feels like a privilege because it doesn't exist here. So that I guess would be my youngest memory